culprit number one right here up top, completely cracked right here. So this is what kind of started the whole movement of replacing all of the hoses. We've got this hose kit right here, and it's like a universal hose kit from eBay. And I think we just drained all that water from last time. So still had some coolant in it from when we did all the water pump and timing belts. So that's nice.
We're gonna add all fresh coolant in it.
Oh yeah, we got the good stuff after all this. Maybe see if we can take these logos off of here, because I don't really like them. Nor does Adrian. He's very much a no logo guy right here, but we'll see what we can do about that. So we got the replacement here. It's a little bit longer than the factory one, but I think, like you said, they do make them so that they can be trimmed. We're going to try to use the factory clips on these, because the worm gear ones just really don't cut it. But you can take a closer look at this one with that beautiful, beautiful hole in the top of it right there. Delicious. That looks like to be the original hose too. What do you think?
Probably is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Update. They are definitely down below the surface here, so we're just carefully scraping off the one off the top hose, so that it looks a little bit neater. But yeah, that's about all we're gonna be able to do. So right out of the box, they are a little bit longer in some cases, so we're just taking a straight edge right there and trimming them up, and we'll make them the right length. We've got the intake hose off right here. We've got to change the filter. Man, it just seems like this is a good car. It just needs a whole lot of maintenance on it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's just an old car that needs to be updated, you know? Rubber things degrade, plastic things degrade, things just degrade. You gotta update them, but thankfully this is a pretty simple car with pretty available components where you can pretty well refurbish this into a like new mechanical car.
What do we got here? This is the upper...
I think they call it coolant bypass hose. It just goes to the, I don't know if they call it bypass hose, but just goes to this kind of...
Look at how, this is actually really great. Look at how indented the hoses are from the clamps. That's like the failure point on a lot of these. It was definitely the failure point on the upper hose, where it's just clamped down on it. That's crazy. We are resorting to worm gear clamps for a couple of these, because the original clamps are just too small to fit over them, as they have shrunk on the original hoses so much they really just don't want to fit on anymore. It's kind of crazy. Things are starting to get serious here. We got the clamps down on it here, so we're trying to pull it off, and there it goes. It only took 2 or 3 tools for just one clamp. So some hose head has decided to put the heater hose clamp on upside down. So the points to grab it are at the very bottom right here. You see the two side by side right here. And we're hitting the one on the right. Whew. It is mega seized. There you go. Look at that. You got it like 90 degrees almost. Sometimes with these old hoses, they basically get stuck on the ends. So what you have to do is you have to grab the hose around it and kind of crack it off bit by bit until it actually loosens up enough for you to be able to take it off. Who's coming? There you go. Yeah. Let's see. How crusty is it in there?
It's not bad. The hose bent a little bit, so I need you to bend it back.
Alrighty. This is interesting.
Easy enough.
So what we're looking at here, guys, this is to adjust from inside of the car. This lever basically actuates the heat on or off with that cable right there. And we got 2 hoses, one running into the heater core right there, and the other one running into the block, I believe. Yeah. What do we got going on here?
So it's a bit hard to crack the seal on this one, and this hose is getting replaced anyway. So we're just gonna make a little slit right at the top.
Oh yeah, very clean. And see how easy it went through? Man, yeah, these things are beyond replacing at this point. Look at that. She's gonna come right off. Just like that. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yep, we just want to straighten these ports out, because bent them a little bit, getting them unstuck. So I need to bend those ports back. They don't look pretty right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but honestly, if you do this and they look like that, that's pretty normal. You just got to take some pliers right here and just kind of grab onto them a little bit. Okay, so great comparison. Here's the old hose. You can see how short it is right here. And then we've got the long hose right here. This is the new hose. These are meant to be trimmed, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Now Adrian's got a really cool tool right here he's gonna show us to kind of match everything up. So you hold it at the bend, just flip it right off, and look how much better that is.
This is gonna take a bit more.
Yeah, that's gonna take quite a bit. Look at that. Whoop. There we are. That should be pretty close. So Adrian has done this a time or two for sure. He's feeling the end of it to make sure that there's not a crease where water could potentially escape from. Not just going off of the looks, but going by feel. That's something that takes quite a lot of skill. Here's an excellent cutaway look at the inside of the hoses. So we were checking to see where these go, but I believe these are Y8 specific head hoses for the intake right here. But while we're here, we've got the top of this pulled off, and the throttle body is absolutely disgusting. This, we don't believe, has ever been pulled off before, so we're gonna clean that up real nice. Good old tried and true method of using a sock and some brake clean.
Always open up the butterfly valve and get all that you can.
Got that all put back together. Again, gonna get a new filter for it, but now we're gonna put this heater hose on and then move to the bottom. Now, underneath the car, we've had the lower radiator hose off already, so it should come off without much issue. Oh no! Well, oh no! Dang, no, I wasn't expecting that either. Luckily, this is 95% water.
Yeah, it's just water.
But dang.
It tastes slightly cooler.
Okay. Got most of the hoses on, putting the air box back together. We're about to be able to take this thing on a little test drive. All we gotta do is just tighten these two clamps and we're done. Got everything on. Let's pour some coolant in this bad boy. And if you're really skilled, you don't need a funnel to pour this stuff.
12 seconds later.
As it turns out, heater core was much more brittle and the ends of it needed more adjustments. So after about 2 hours of adjusting here, we've got it all sorted out, and we're gonna give it a try at least. So this is how we're testing pressure within the system. Adrian, please explain to the fine folks at home what we've got.
So this is a radiator pressure tester. Basically, you hook this up to your cooling system via the radiator cap. The kit comes with several different ends to fit different style radiators and the coolant tanks. And basically, you just pump up the system.
I already hear bubbles. I already hear air escaping. Dang, you can hear it. Perfect, clear as day.
2 hours later.
We put 12 PSI in this thing, and it has been holding here for well over a minute. So I think we're good. We just got a new worm clamp on this one down here that we could tighten down much tighter. And I believe we've fixed it here. What do you think, Adrian?
I think so. I think she'll hold.
Yeah, dude, phenomenal work, by the way, on this. I mean, a couple hours on just one of these connectors, man. And if something does happen with it, you know, we can fix it on the spot. It's all right. We're
That's what
good.
a project car's about.
That's exactly right. And as an added bonus, we're going to get this thing filled up with some AC. All right, so what's this tool you got here, Adrian?
So this is not the right way of doing this, but you can do it this way. Ideally, you should have the gauges and be on the high and low side. This just pumps freon into the low side, and there's a little bit left in this can. We just empty it out.
It's got a little gauge on the top of it.
And it gets cold when it's taking it.
Nice.
So I think this system is so low that it's not even kicking the compressor on. Once I get one of these fresh cans, pump some in.
There,
Go.
compressor
Compressor
kicked
done.
right
So
on.
Start feeling on the vents.
Here we go. Y'all are gonna have to trust my hand on this one. It's still kind of lukewarm. Oh, my wife's calling me.